I am Agha Ali Jawad, working with National Rural Support Program as General Manager. So my comments about Shoaib Saab are based on my working experience with him over the last 25 years. I think that Shoaib Saab's contribution to the development of Pakistan is enormous because he has given his 60 years of life to the development of communities in Pakistan. I have met him not only in our offices but also in field, and I have seen him talking with communities, especially women. He has a firm belief in people, especially rural women. And that is what makes him distinct from other development practitioners in Pakistan. I think he is really a true pioneer of rural development in Pakistan. It's not only AKRSP which goes to his credit, but whatever development programs are running in Pakistan today, whether in the name of rural support programs or in any other name, are basically inspired from his work in northern areas of Pakistan. Over the last 20 years, his area of operation has expanded to the entire SAARC countries, of which India is most important, where he was able to organize millions of rural women through India's own organizations. And however, that was the field where he was able to really try and test everything that he has in his mind. But then the replication started in the province of Sindh, where he was able to convince the government of Sindh to start a Union Council-based poverty reduction program on the principles of rural support programs. And when I go there in the field now, I see a remarkable change in the province of Sindh, especially in rural areas where they are operating. So the things which he has introduced over his working experience in Pakistan is something which has now generalized, which is not specific to rural support programs. So in Pakistan, wherever you go and you talk about community resource person, for example, everybody understands community resource person, community organizations, village organizations, micro investment plan, rural development. So there is a very common understanding about the concept of rural development and community participation all over Pakistan, and that the entire credit goes to Shoaib Saab. So now, for example, if you see the programs being implemented by UNICEF or other UN agencies on health and education, interestingly, these programs have also replicated the concept of community resource persons, community activists in their programs, though the Shoaib Saab's main focus had been on livelihood improvement through community participation. But you talk of health and education initiatives, family planning initiatives, all those initiatives are now built on the concept of community participation, which Shoaib Saab has pleaded over the last 20, 30, 40 years. So now I would also like to comment on his professional approach. What I have observed over the time is that Shoaib Saab really follows a very systematic approach. But at the same time, he also values the specialization of different individuals which he meets or who come across while he's working in the rural support programs. For example, if you find someone good in financial management, then rather than talking about financial policies, he would pick that person and would convince to contribute to the financial management of the rural support programs. And if he finds someone who is good in monitoring and evaluation, then rather than talking about the monitoring and evaluation methodologies, he would pick that person and would encourage him or her to contribute to the monitoring and evaluation in the rural support programs. So this is a combination of both professional as well as a very personalized kind of approach, where he is able to not only harness the potential of rural communities, he is also able to harness the potential of professionals in different fields of specialization. In terms of his human approach, what I have found is that he is very, very generous. He is very sympathetic. He is very sympathetic towards poor, especially women. So you can always identify him in a crowd of people, as a very kind person, as a very generous person. So he is not generous only in terms of giving benefits to people, but also in terms of allowing them to express their views, allowing them to do whatever they want to do. So when you are working under him or with him, you find no problem in talking to him. You find no problem in doing what you want, because while he will oppose if he doesn't agree to your idea, but at the same time he would say, okay, try this and let's see what happens, and we will learn if you succeed. Personality attributes are generosity, kindness, and listening to the point of view of other people. Thank you very much.